Have you ever wondered why 80% of Saudi Arabia is empty? This vast kingdom, sprawling across the Arabian Peninsula, is the largest country in the Middle East and the 14th largest in the world. But despite its grand size, the majority of its land remains uninhabited. Today we delve into the geographical overview of Saudi Arabia and its vast empty quarter, known as Rub al-Khali. Imagine a land area that's almost 1.5 times the size of Alaska, or nearly 5 times the size of Germany. That's Saudi Arabia for you. The country extends over 2 million square miles, yet a significant portion of this area is the Rub al-Khali, the largest continuous sand desert in the world, and it's virtually unpopulated. This great empty, as some like to call it, is not just a sea of sand. It's a place of extreme conditions. Temperatures swinging from scorching hot days to freezing cold nights coupled with howling winds and scarce rainfall make it a place that's harsh and unforgiving. The Rub al-Khali is a place of stark beauty, with its golden dunes stretching as far as the eye can see, but it's also a place of silence and solitude. It's a place where human habitation is not just challenging but nearly impossible. The lack of water and vegetation along with the extreme climate makes it inhospitable for humans, animals, and even most plants. Yet, there are areas in Saudi Arabia that are inhabited and thriving, such as the coastal regions along the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, and the fertile areas in the southwest. These areas, in stark contrast to the Great Empty, are teeming with life, bustling with activity, and are home to most of the country's population and economy. The vast disparity between these inhabited areas and the uninhabited Rub al-Khali is striking. It's a testament to how geography and climate can shape a country and its population distribution. So the question stands, why does such a large portion of this country remain uninhabited? To understand the emptiness, we must first understand the living conditions in Saudi Arabia. Life in Saudi Arabia presents a unique set of challenges, largely due to its harsh desert climate. Picture this: an environment where the sun blazes mercilessly from a cloudless sky, where the heat can reach extreme temperatures, often exceeding 120 degrees Fahrenheit during the peak summer months. It's a land of vast sand dunes and barren rocky plains, where rainfall is a rare occurrence, and when it does happen, it's often a fleeting, unpredictable event. Water, the essence of life, is scarce in this part of the world. Natural water sources are few and far between, making the desert a harsh environment for both humans and wildlife. The scarcity of water also poses significant challenges for agriculture. Growing crops in the desert is not an easy task. The arid soil, deficient in organic matter and nutrients, coupled with the lack of water, makes farming a tough, often impossible, endeavor. Understandably, these factors make the desert an inhospitable place for human habitation. Traditional dwellings in the desert are often nomadic, with inhabitants moving from place to place in search of water and grazing land for their livestock. However, modern technology has made it possible to extract groundwater and desalinate seawater, making life in the desert more feasible. Despite these advancements though, the cost and energy required for such processes are high, and the sustainability of these methods is still a topic of ongoing debate. To further compound these challenges, the extreme temperatures can be detrimental to health. Heat-related illnesses are not uncommon, and the lack of shade and shelter can make the desert environment even more treacherous. Add to this the isolation and vast distances between inhabited areas, and it's easy to see why the desert is not an ideal place for settlement. Given these harsh conditions, it's not surprising that much of Saudi Arabia remains uninhabited. It's a testament to the resilience of those who do choose to call this desert home, but also a stark reminder of why 80% of Saudi Arabia stands empty. But there's more to this than just the climate. Let's delve into the economic aspect. The economic landscape of Saudi Arabia is largely shaped by its vast oil reserves, which are the backbone of the country's economy. This oil-rich nation is the world's leading petroleum exporter, and oil revenues account for about 90% of the country's fiscal earnings. This heavy reliance on oil has shaped the geographical distribution of economic activities, and subsequently, the population. Most of Saudi Arabia's oil fields are located in the eastern province, causing a high concentration of labor and economic activities in this region. Cities like Dhahran and Dammam have grown into bustling economic hubs, attracting people from across the country and beyond, in search of better job opportunities and improved living standards. This has resulted in population clustering in these oil-rich regions, leaving the rest of the country largely empty. Furthermore, the cost of developing infrastructure in the harsh desert terrain is another economic factor contributing to the emptiness. The necessity to provide basic amenities like water, electricity, and transportation in such an unforgiving environment can be a significant financial burden. As a result, investment tends to be channeled to regions where returns are more assured, such as those already developed around oil reserves. The economic factors thus play a significant role in shaping the population distribution in Saudi Arabia. But what does the future hold for the empty lands of Saudi Arabia? This is a question that has been stirring the minds of many, especially in the wake of Saudi Vision 2030. This ambitious initiative is aiming to transform the country's economy, shifting its reliance from oil to more diverse sectors, including tourism and entertainment. A central aspect of this vision is capitalizing on the vast, untouched lands of the country, turning the great empty into bustling hubs of activity. Imagine futuristic cities emerging from the desert sands, powered by renewable energy, and designed with the latest technological advancements. Picture lush green spaces, artificial lakes, and entertainment facilities, all contributing to a vibrant, sustainable lifestyle. This is NEOM, a project under the Vision 2030, which aims to create a city that extends over 26,000 square kilometers, crossing into Jordan and Egypt. On a more scientific front, advancements in desert agriculture and water preservation technologies could potentially make these arid lands more habitable and productive. Think of greenhouses powered by solar energy, producing food all year round, or innovative water management systems that make the most of every single drop. With these developments, perhaps the vast emptiness of Saudi Arabia won't remain empty forever. As the country embarks on this journey of transformation, we might witness a shift from emptiness to abundance, from barren lands to hubs of innovation and sustainability.